Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another video. We're back with another one of the new ESBR stages over on the global side of things. We are going to be using or doing the Ginyu Force ESBR stage. There's no alternatives to look at. There's no other units to use apart from the LR Fizz Ginyu, which is definitely not a good option to take over the tech one. But with this team, there's no alternatives. There's no other options. You take the Ginyu Force or you just simply don't do the stage. The nice thing, to be fair, the only thing you can kind of sort yourself or fix yourself is the rotations. This isn't a rotation that I kind of would want, so we're gonna usher. One good thing about having Goldo though is, of course, he's a man that seals and stuns absolutely everyone, which I'm here for. So that is a pretty nice thing to have. We're gonna save those orbs just because getting the Ginyu Force LR's 18 key off, I mean, it's not really necessary, it's not needed. Yes, the extra damage will be nice, but it's not needed. Krillin is sealed and stunned, which is great. And that's why I love Goldo. I'm not gonna lie, I've said this, I never thought in my life would I ever say that I love Goldo. Like, Goldo is a pretty decent character. Now, or unit, not character. As a character, he basically looks like a space alien, I don't know. Or space frog, is what I was going for. But in terms of everything else, in fact, would Ginyu be fine? Don't actually know. Would Ginyu be okay? To be fair, he's only getting hit by Gohan, so I guess we'll find out. But one thing with ESBR, what I've noticed a lot and what I've kind of seen a lot when it comes to social media of what people think about the new stages is, it's not that these stages are overly difficult. I mean, this does add a layer of... We just sealed Krillin again. We're going to get hit by a super, but we should be okay if we're taking double digits on the super. Yeah, there we go, we're fine. What I've heard a lot of, and this kind of does add a layer of difficulty, so maybe it is kind of difficult, but the main thing with the ESBR stages is, it's not that these units have ridiculous defense. You know, it's just the fact that their health is always a decent size. You know, you're going to have to do a little bit of damage. But the main thing with the ESBR, you know, the ESBR enemies that makes it kind of, or adds that layer of difficulty, is the fact that they have a decent chunk of health, a decent portion of health. You still do incredible damage, which is why, I mean, literally yesterday we literally just demolished the movie bosses category. Literally, Broly decimates ESBR, and he decimates the movie bosses. The movie bosses ESBR of all the pure and hybrid Saiyan enemies. Like, it is ridiculous how good Broly is in ESBR, especially when there's pure and hybrid Saiyan enemies about. Like, it is... It's a joy to watch. It's a joy to watch. But the main thing is the ESBR enemies just do so much damage. Like, I've seen a lot of people on Twitter, and I'm really shocked about this. Like, a lot of people are like, oh yeah, I thought LR UI Goku was like the best unit in the game. You know, what's that about? Like, questioning after all these months and all this time, is Goku the best unit in the game? Or LR UI Goku specifically, is he the best unit in the game? Yes, he is. Yes, he is. And everyone's just like, oh, but look at your best unit in the game getting like hit for 500k on a super. And I'm like, most units in the game with these ESBR stages are going to be hit for probably 500k on a super, unless they have ridiculous defense and a guard, which also brings damage reduction. You know, for example, even though we were supering with why have I forgotten his name? Broly, the LR Strength Broly. Even though we supered with LR Strength Broly, he still takes a bit of damage on you know, on basics. But other than that, after he supers, he's kind of okay. But your best bet is popping an item. Even then, amazing for ESBR. Literally demolishes ESBR. Like, I mean, you literally see it on the video yesterday. He demolishes ESBR. Again, especially when there's pure and hybrid Saiyan enemies, he just absolutely decimates. Are you now going to say the EZA Broly's not as good as you first thought he was? Probably not. Like, unless you have ridiculously high defense without having to stack it, like you have 400k plus defense, or like 300k plus defense, you know, from turn 1 in the ESBR, or you have 100% guard, which no one, 100% chance to dodge, by the way, which is not a chance, but, you know, guaranteed to dodge, which, again, no one has. And then, you know, has guard along with the damage reduction that comes with it. unless you're a unit that has that, a lot of units in the game on a super are going to be taking about 200-300k plus in damage, especially when you have no item active. So, I mean, granted, the guy probably done what a lot of us usually do with the LRUI Goku, which is because he has a 70% chance to dodge, and I've said this numerous times before myself, he dodges so frequently that you're more surprised when LRUI Goku doesn't dodge than when he does, even though it's not guaranteed, it's just a chance. So, I mean, my guy probably didn't have an item active, probably got hit by a super, Goku didn't dodge it, you know, run over. But the fact that some people are questioning LRUI Goku for being one of the best units in the game, or the best unit in the game, I'm not gonna lie, it shocks me a little. It actually shocks me a little. As I said, most units in the game, while you're going into these ESBR stages, will be hit for about 200-300k plus on a super if you do not have an item active and you're not careful. As I said, my guy probably relied on the dodge didn't come off, or maybe, you know, because it only showed a screenshot, maybe he dodged every basic attack, and then when he got hit by a super, you know, he got hit for about 500k, over 500k damage, I'm pretty sure it was. You know, but as I said, most units in the game are going to be getting hit for that much damage. So, I mean, you know, as I said, maybe my guy was just relying on the dodge a little bit too much and got a little bit too comfy. But yeah, it's crazy, man. How are you disputing it if LRUI Goku is like the best unit in the game? Of course he's the best unit in the game. Every unit in the game is going to be hit for like 300k plus on a super attack with no item active. That's just the way the cookie crumbles, unfortunately. But to question, is LRUI Goku the best unit in the game? I'm not a pro Dokkan player, I missed one of them. Ridiculous. Like, I do think, obviously it adds an extra layer of difficulty with how hard these units hit, but for the most part, it's, I mean, quite obviously, you just need to be careful, you know, maintain your items, you know, good item management, make sure, you know, you pay attention to your health, don't rely on certain mechanics that have chances. That's one of the reasons why I hate some units that have chances to guard. If you have a chance to guard and you decide to rely on one turn, because it's all RNG heavy or RNG based, bang, that's it, run could be over. Now, granted, if the guard comes, this is what I mean with the Super Saiyan 3 Trunks EZA and the Fizz Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta that got the EZA from the Super Jungle Heroes campaign. If they get the guard off, amazing, you're taking no damage, fantastic units, really good. But if you don't get the guard off, then, you know, as I said, run could be over. Like, you can't rely on it because it's only a chance. You know, so, I mean, that's why I've never been a fan of the whole, you know, chance to guard. And, you know, if it's a chance, I'm not a fan. As I said, I think UI Goku, I think a lot of us, you know, while playing Dokkan, have got a little bit too comfy with that 70% chance because he dodges more often than not. So I think a lot of us have gotten a little bit too comfy. You know, relying on UI Goku's dodge. As I said, I think we're more surprised when he doesn't dodge than when he does, considering how often he does it. So, I mean, at the end of the day, that's all about RNG. And we've got the B-Tech UI Goku right there with LR Blue Blur. We've got the LR Blue Blur Berta. Bit of alliteration for you, bringing up the dodge. But yeah, I don't know. I found it funny. I know that was a bit of a tangent and a little bit of a ramble, but I find it funny that someone was questioning. Oh, so this is your best unit in the game, is it? Getting hit with 500k on a super. Oh, my guy. Yeah, as I said, I think we've all got a little bit too reliant on Goku dodging more often than not. It's only a chance. While 70% chance is high, it's not guaranteed. Remember that. Always remember that. LRUI Goku from Year 6 is not guaranteed to dodge. Sometimes it feels like he is. Now, this man is the true MVP of ESBR. The stuns, the seals, getting them both at the both of let me try that again. Getting them both off at the same time. This is why I love Goldo. Goldo is so good. Now, as you can see, the Ginyu Force should be very easy. I mean, you saw us take literally next to no damage on basics, even on a super. With Ginyu, without an item active. You know, also, I'm pretty sure it's Raccoon who has it's not a chance, or it is a chance, but he can guard whenever there's Ginyu Force allies on the team, which of course there is, because there's a full Ginyu Force ESBR, so you have to run a full Ginyu Force team, obviously. So I think he'll tank quite well, and then after a few attacks, I'm pretty sure it's after attacks, he will start building up his defense a bit more or something like that. So, I mean, you're literally seeing it here. The Ginyu Force ESBR stage is actually quite easy. You don't take that much damage. I mean, granted, Goldo will probably take a bit of damage. And then maybe Jace, more so with type advantage, because once he supers, he's kind of fine. But other than that, this shouldn't be too difficult to do. I mean, I'm literally breezing past it. Like, I literally done that whole kind of tangent and, you know, story time, if you will, about the guy who got, or about all the people on Twitter that were complaining about, you know, or saying that UI Goku was getting hit for like 500k on a super on Twitter. So yeah, I haven't really been paying attention. So this one should be, to be fair, relatively easy. It's probably, I mean, not even probably, it is easier than even movie bosses. So this one, unless you haven't easy aged the Ginyu Force units, which you really should have, because they were very, very good. They are very, very good. I mean, literally look at them right now. Then this should be so easy for you, because the Ginyu Force EZAs are amazing. They are amazing. They are so good. They are so good. I mean, if you're not going to take my word for it, I mean, literally look at your screen right now. They have a whole ESBR stage built around them, and I'm literally just kind of gliding through it. Even with the LR Ginyu Force, who don't have an EZA, which I really do wish they did. I mean, hopefully at some point they will. I mean, definitely at one point they probably will get an EZA. But I'm still incredibly shocked that they haven't got an EZA yet, or they didn't get an EZA with all the Ginyu Force units, considering they are the Ginyu Force lead. So it's still really weird that they didn't do that, but hopefully one day, I mean, they probably will, but hopefully someday soon the LR Ginyu Force unit does get an EZA. I still wish they gave them the EZA with all the EZA Ginyu Force units, because it just would have made more sense, but I don't run Dokkan, but even without the LR Ginyu Force being EZA'd, the LR Ginyu Force unit being EZA'd, this is still an absolute walk. Absolute walk in the park. But I'm going to take what I said back. The Ginyu Force is the easiest new Ginyu... Jesus Christ. Oh, let's try that again. The Ginyu Force ESBR stage is the easiest new ESBR stage. 100%. That was... As I said, absolutely walked it. Absolutely walked it. As of before, and obviously there's no alternatives apart from the Fizz LR Ginyu unit, which you're not going to use, or Fizz Ginyu Force unit. You're not going to use that over the LR Tech one, but yeah, literally there's no alternatives, there's no other options. It's the Ginyu Force. Make sure you have them EZA'd. If they're not EZA'd, it'll probably be quite a bit more difficult. If you have them EZA'd, it's going to be so easy. I mentioned, you literally just saw it then. But I'll see you in the next video, guys, and peace.